All right, what's up, guys? Joker Sir here, and we're back with another Secret of Mana Randomizer Seed of the Week. This is number 209, and yes, you guessed it, it is another Mana Tree Revival Seed for this week. Apparently, Maribot is on an MTR binge, so I mean that's all we've been getting for the past 4 or 5 weeklies, but it is what it is. Um, Especially when there's only two modes that it chooses. Well, it has two modes to choose from, pretty much. All right, so it is Sunday as I'm recording this video, so you guys will be seeing this on Friday. We have 13 flags for this weekly seed. Let's go ahead and check them out. Starting off, we have a girl start. We have restrictive logic, as always. We have hard complexity. So the progression items could be in more obscure locations. They could be harder to get to in general. Could be behind chains, etc., etc. So we will have to keep that in mind during our run. We also have disabled hints. It is what it says. No hints are going to be available aside from the ones at the Witch's Castle. We also have highest chest drops and no chest traps. It is what it says. Basically, we have an opportunity to farm money if we need to. So money's not going to be too much of an issue this seed because we can always farm it from chests. We have find both characters at current levels, so all three characters are in the seed. We also have randomized character roles, so the boy, the girl, and the sprite, their roles could be randomized amongst each other. Unique is not checked, so that means duplicates are very well possible. We could end up with, 3 boys or 3 girls or 3 sprites or any combination of the 3. We also have faster magic levels disabled on the seed, so that means the spell experience is going to be going up by their vanilla values. So instead of 3 spells between level 0 and level 1, we will be needing 12 spells to get to level 1 from level 0. So spells are going to take much longer to level up. So we should not expect high level spells here. Alright, random enemy spawns. It is what it says. We can see any enemy in any location. Random status ailments are set to awful. We also have a random amount of required seeds. However, the minimum seeds required is set to 6. So basically that means we need at least 6 seeds to even consider being finished with the run. We could need 6 seeds, or we could need 7 seeds, or worst case scenario, we need all 8 seeds to finish the run. Alright, so those are the flags for this weekly seed. It shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. I mean, it depends on a lot of things, honestly. We do have disabled hints, of course. We have hard complexity, of course. We have the faster magic levels disabled, of course. We have randomized character roles. That might be a factor. It depends on who our starting character is. Well, we know the starting character is the girl, but it depends on what role she has. So she could have the boy's role. She could have the sprite's role. She could have her vanilla role. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so girl start. Again, it might not be the girl. Could be the boy, could be the sprite. We will find out once we get down here. Should be good. Yep. Alright, starting off with the gloves and 45 HP. That means the girl is herself. Alright, strength and dryad on the gloves. Alright, so girly girl is herself. And we're going to get right down to it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this right now. I'm trying to think if we can check Mantis Ant here. I don't know if I should. Okay. Alright, so we know where Gold Vest is. Nah, I'm not going to checkmate descent. I'll check that later. We are going to go right into our freebies. Let's see if I can pop a couple of enemies here. Alright, so Ivishes aren't dropping anything. Chestnuts aren't dropping money. Okay. Okay, Boom Orb and 400 bucks. Okay. Alright, now since we do have a glove start, that does give us the option to check the first chest in Fire Palace out of logic, as well as the first chest in Sunken City. So I'll keep that in mind as well. I probably should have checked that shop, but that's alright. Not too worried about it. We're not too worried about it. Just gonna keep it pushing. Alright, Bow Orb. Now, what I might do is check the Toto shop though. Because I do need to check shops just to see what's in them. We have no chest traps, so money is going to be pretty simple to come by. Alright, so no bees, no ducks. Okay, level 2. The enemy scaling is set to match player as it is normally, so ooh. Lady Luna, good to see you, baby girl, especially this early. Okay, as I was saying, let's see, Toto, right? I totally forgot what I was saying, but that's okay. Alright, let's see. Circlet, Ruby Ahmed. Okay. But yeah, Luna, extremely good to see early. Kind of sucks that faster magic levels are disabled, but it is what it is. Is what it is. Alright, Moogle build on Picard. Let's see. Sunken City chest. To be honest, I kind of want to find a second glove orb first. Before I check those outer logic checks. I mean, I don't have no shame in checking it with the level 1 glove, yeah, but the level 2 glove just makes it so much easier. So if I can find a glove orb anywhere, then I will definitely consider it. Okay. Alright, Axe Orb there. Let's see. We can check the Tasnica shop because I do need to start checking these shops, honestly. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, okay. Quilted Hood's good. Gold Vest is there. Power Wrist is really good. We take Power Wrist and Quilted Hood here. Alright, so now that we have some armor to work with. Alright, so let's see. I think we go from here to Turtle Isle. Alright, Jab Orb. Damn, we're getting like every other orb but gloves, unfortunately. Let's go to Mara. We'll go ahead and check the shops here as well, see what they have in them. Alright, Spear Orb on Mara. Trying to think if I want to full clear Northtown Ruins right now. I probably don't. Ooh. Kung Fu dress. Damn. Alright, chest guards here. Yikes. Alright. I would buy that Kung Fu dress, but I think I wait because I could just pop like 2 or 3 enemies real quick and get the chest guard instead. I think I would rather do that actually. And besides, I'm going to Northtown Castle anyway. Because really all I need is some body armor. We got Power Wrist, we got Quilted Hood, we're fine in that department. Silver Band. Ooh, Tiger Caps are here though. Okay. We're not bothering with the Captain Ducks there. Because those guys don't drop any money. If I can build up like 2100 gold, then I'm straight. Alright, Sword Orb. And Boom Orb. Okay, these guys are dropping money too. Yeah. I probably should also look for Ivy Amulet as well because we don't know how long we're going to be solo. Because it's hard complexity. And we don't know where the other two characters are, so I might as well go look for it. Or keep an eye out for it anyway. Okay, there's the axe, which is nice. Okay, axes, intelligence, and confuse. Now we have 2 orbs for that too. Okay, so now at least we don't have to check Sunken City out of logic. Well, the Sunken City chest anyway. Do I full clear Northtown Ruins? I mean, if hints were a thing, then I would say yeah, but we really won't be getting the full value of fully clearing Northtown Ruins right now. We will only be getting, you know, the Doomswall check and the Vampire check. Not to mention, those 2 spots are kind of hard to save split anyway. I mean, they're not hard to save split, but it's kind of impractical to save split those spots. Because they're so far in. I mean, Doomswall and Vampire is either you do them or you don't do them. Okay, there's a walnut. Okay, those guys are dropping items. And we did get that glove orb too. Alright, so we just hit level 3, so they're dropping 300 gold now. The scaling is set to match player as it usually is. So yeah, what I think I'm gonna do is just grab the back chest and then peace out. I want to force this glove, but I don't know if I want to now because our glove has strength on it. Wow. Okay, so the whip is in the back chest. Interesting. All right. Hmm. We're gonna check the Grand Palace chest since we have the whip, and the Sunken City's chest since we have the axe now. Oh my god, would you move? Of course, we're getting silenced. Paper orb. All right, let's see. After this, I think we just go to early game. All right. Yeah, I think we just go to early game here. But before we do that, we're gonna grab that chest guard that we saw. We'll grab that, and then I should grab that tiger cat too, but I don't need it that bad right now, honestly. I do want this chest guard though. Matter of fact, hold on, no. Hold on. 3390. Yeah, we'll grab the chest guard. I mean, I would get Golden Vest. The thing with Golden Vest is very cost inefficient when you're comparing it to the chest guard anyway. Because I mean, you're paying an extra 1,250 gold for an extra 6 defense. 28 defense for 1,000 gold is very cost efficient. Okay. Should I get that tiger cat? Yeah, I might as well. Because if we run across a second character, then at the very least I'll have armor for them. And I'll just distribute it as necessary. Yeah, so we'll grab this. And give this to you for now. Alright, so let us head back to early game and see what we can find. I probably should force my weapons though. I mean, we do have Luna, yeah, but honestly, I think we'll be okay. Our glove has strength on it. Let me see. The axe is what, intelligence and something? And confused, and then this is crit and fire. All right. Alright, so we do this spot, check out treasury, and then we move on from there. And we are in a pretty good spot right now. We've got strength on our gloves, we got power risk going on, we've got good armor, we've got Luna. Yeah, we're in a very good spot actually. Dark Lich. Yeah. Alright. Alright, no problem. Yeah, I didn't fall for that. I think I'm actually gonna cast Lunar Boost here. Yeah, I fell for it. Okay. Yeah, Dark Lich in this spot is quite annoying because he just has so much health compared to everything else that you fight in this spot at the same level. All right, so that put us at level 5. Whip Orb and Sylphid. Okay. Sylphid's nice. Not really all that necessary, but I mean, we'll take it anyway. And besides, we might need it for one of the orbs. Who knows? Alright, what do we have here? Ooh. Hold on. I want that. I most definitely want that. Because we don't know how long we're going to be solo. So I would rather have that so we don't get put to sleep by anything. Alright, Sword Orb on her. Let's see. We check out Treasury and then we go to probably Manta Sand, I guess. Alright, Jab Orb. Spear Orb. Okay, there's that. There's the Fire Seed. Midge Mallet. And Lumina. Okay. Lumina's nice. We also got a seed out of that as well. And the Sea Hair Tail. I think we can turn that in. I might turn that in right now, actually. Just to see what it gets us. It is hard complexity, so there could be something here. Alright, Sea Hair Tail gets us the Light Seed. Okay, excellent. Alright, so 2 seeds. Fire Seed, Light Seed. We can't do anything with either of those right now, so honestly, I think we just go. I think I just go Undini's Cave here. I'm gonna save split it though. See if I can get a little bit more money here. Yeah. Alright, we save at Nico's, we check out Undini's Cave, and then after that, I might go Witch's Castle after this. We do have the whip and the axe. So I don't see why not. Uh, Actually, I should probably go to Guy's Naval after this. What I should do. Descent. Okay. I better start working on this now. Because at the very least I can get some spell experience on it. There we go. This is one of those spots where it's kind of hard to cheese Mantis Ant. Pretty sure you can't cheese him at this spot. Alright, level 6. We get Jav Orb. A gold key and a bow orb. We do have the light seed too. Okay, so let's go to Witch's Castle actually. I'm honestly thinking about following that, but not at the moment. I only went that way because I didn't feel like pulling out my axe, but I had to pull it out anyway, so there was really no point doing that. Alright, so we definitely have quite a few options we can utilize right now. I'm getting ballooned, don't I? No. Let's drop a save here. We're gonna check out Spike. Would you move? Spiky Tiger Spot, and then honestly, from here, I think I'm going. I don't know. I mean, it's hard complexity though, so I'm really not expecting anything important to be at Guy's Naval. I think the play after this is to probably check Light Palace. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I could be wrong though, but we got the gold key from Houdini's cave. We got the light seed from turning into sea hair tails. Okay. Alright, what do we got? Sprite is late. Okay. Now, I would go chase that, but the thing is, it's a randomized character role, so the Sprite might not have our Sprite magic. I need Moon Saber for this, I think. Yeah, the sprite might have sprite magic, or might not have sprite magic. Ah, you hit the wrong damn target. Have to change weapons. I really do not want to pop a walnut here. Let me just use this instead. Yeah, okay. Good enough. It was unfortunate that he appeared on the left side up there because we can't hit him from right there. Not with the gloves anyway. That's why I had to swap to my whip, which got rid of my dang moon saber. I should probably go ahead and forge some weapons too. Alright, let's see what we got. The boy. Okay, so the boy's here. 84 HP with the bow and the earth seed. Okay, earth seed is good. Let me see. 84 HP, that means you are level 7? Gotta be level 7, right? Yeah. Okay, so the boy has to be the sprite then. If he has 84 HP at level 7. Okay, enter on the axe, we can give that to you. Yeah, the boy has to be the sprite. Uh, mm. Okay, how much money do we have? 1600. I'm going to Gold Isle after this actually, so let us do just that. Yeah, I feel as though I should follow the gold key here. If this wasn't hard complexity, I wouldn't be doing this. Wow. Oh my god. Circus there. Damn. Alright, I gotta build up some money. Let me see. Power risk, you can keep that. I need this right now though. Okay. Let's see. This is a weird seed though. Let's drop a save. Okay, boy is sprite. We check this. Oh my gosh. Is this gonna be Tower of Payoff again? Like it was in the last two seeds? Try to get some spell XP on this thing. He's casting something. I really want that circlet too. I might just grind for it, honestly. Good. All right. The circlet's 2,300. It shouldn't be too hard to get that, honestly. Not at level 7 anyway. Oh, level 9 now. Alright, Bozorb. Dryad. I swear, the Light Palace in the last few weeklies has had a lot of value. It really has. Funny? Nope. Oh God. Alright. I might as well prepare her. Yeah, I might as well prepare her. I can't justify feeding walnuts to the boy and casting burst on him. I really can't. Especially since we can't drain MP from Gigasus anyway. Alright, so let's see. 4 seeds. I think the plan is once I hit 6 seeds, I go to Pure Land. I think. Alright, Whip Orb. Because we do need to find out how many seeds we actually need. Alright, what do we got? Moon Seed and nothing. Okay, so that's 5. Moon Seed, Moon Seed, Moon Seed. We have 3,400 gold. We rope out. I'm actually gonna go grab that circlet we saw earlier. So that honestly, can we? Nah, we'll keep that for now. I mean, we know the sprite is late, so at this point we really don't need the third character. Because if the sprite is the boy, then we don't need the boy at this point. If the sprite is himself, that's probably the best case scenario if we have two users of sprite magic, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not really interested in looking for the sprite right now anyway. Okay, so let's check the Moonseed pedestal and see if we can turn it in. Well, check the Moonseed orb anyway. Nope. Alright, so we can't do that. Damn, alright, that's shade. What's... Alright. Let's do Earth Palace. Fire Palace, rather. Not Earth Palace. Chances are we have to get this chest out of logic, depending on what this orb is. Wow, that's shade too? Okay. There we go. Alright, we made it. Water Seed! Oh my gosh. Water Seed's out of logic though. Jesus. So the seed wants you to find... The seed wants you to find shade? Luna. I'm gonna check these two chests real quick. And then I think I'll go to Pure Land here. Alright, boom orb. Because all that's left is the Dark Seed and the Dryad Seed. Alright, money. Gosh. The seed wants you to find shade, I think. I mean, we don't know where the Dark Seed is, we don't know where the Dryad Seed is, but in order to get the Water Seed, we need shade. But we checked that out of logic, so let's go to Pure Land and see how many seeds we need. We need to go ahead and clear this out anyway. And meanwhile, I can work on your magic. Okay, level 1. Kilroy. Nah, I think I just go Air Blast here. Man, I don't know. I mean, we'll see how many seeds we need, but finding that water seed where we did was kind of annoying. There might be a seed here too, for all we know. I should need like 4 of these, right? Or 3, okay. What a weird seed, though. What a weird seed. Okay, no level up there. Whip orb, whip orb. Okay. Alright, so we need to pop one of these. I feel as though if you're running faster magic levels disabled, I feel as though having an int weapon and some int equipment is really nice to have. To squeeze all the damage you can out of your spells. Okay, I have to burst him. $97. Yeah. Alright, nothing but orbs so far. Level 12. Tiger. Let's see. Burst. Whoops. I don't think we leveled up after that. I don't think. Pretty sure we did not level up there. Oh, yes, we did. Okay. I didn't hear the level up sound there. Alright, Draft Orb and Glove Orb. Yeah, there's nothing here so far. As far as, seeds are concerned anyway. Throw a couple of these out. Okay. All right, who is this? Texas. All right. It looks like we go 2 bursts and an air blast. Yeah. All right. We just got to figure out how many seeds we need. If we need 6, then the run's over. If we need 7, then we need to go back out there and search for 1 more seed. If we need all 8, then we need to find 2 more seeds. Alright, Sword Orb, Bow Orb. There is literally nothing here. That's important anyway. Oh, brother. Oh, God. Alright. Fine. Have it your way. I can't get that magic gives up off. Nah, I'm not even gonna try. Oh, he didn't even cast wall. Legit. He might cast it now though. Yeah. Alright. We don't have shade, unfortunately, so we can't dispel his wall. I mean, there's other ways you can get rid of his wall by casting stuff like Analyzer. Anything that's non-lethal to get rid of his wall charges, but we don't have time for all that. If he puts his wall up, just fight him physically. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see how many seeds we actually need to complete this run. 1 out of 3 chance that we are already done. And 2 out of 3 chance that we are not done. So keep our fingers crossed. Okay, we're done. Alright, so 6 seeds required to finish this run. Alright, that gives us a time of 56:52 for the seed of the week. Yeah, this one was kind of a weird seed. You do your freebies, you get a little bit of cash, but actually no, we didn't get any. I think we got like 400 gold from Northtown or somewhere like that. I don't remember, but uh, anywho, freebies get you Luna, which is nice, and freebies also get you the axe and the whip. So getting the axe and the whip pretty much unlocks the majority of the game, aside from, you know, things that are blocked by crystal orbs, obviously. Um, so that gave us more options to explore. So once we found those, we decided to do the standard and just go to early game. We found, what did we find at the treasure? We found the fire seed. We found the sea hare tail. We found Lumina, which we didn't need. We found the midge mallet, which we didn't need. But the real prize there was the fire seed. So that gives you one seed right there. And then continuing on early game checks, we did Undini's Cave for the gold key. And then we decided to do Witch's Castle. That's where we found the boy who had our sprite magic. And we found the earth seed there as well. So that's 2 seeds. And then from there, I decided, you know what? It's hard complexity. I highly doubt Gaius Naval has anything important. I mean, yeah, there's always the chance that it could, but I decided to play the hard complexity game instead and just follow the gold key and just go to Light Palace. Also, we found the light seed by turning in the sea hare tail, so that was another incentive for me to go to Light Palace. Maybe there's something behind the light seed, who knows. So we go to Light Palace, and Light Palace has been, you know, Light Palace has been the spot lately. I mean, the last couple of seeds, there was value in Light Palace. So that was kind of another small incentive for me to go, because I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Light Palace has been pretty useful lately in actually having things, so let's just check it. And we found the wind seed, and then we find the moon seed on the pedestal. So 2 seeds in Light Palace. That gave us 4. And then we needed to find 2 more after that. So we managed to find, what did we find after that? The water seed. The water seed was out of logic, because we needed shade to get into the fire palace. But we didn't find shade anywhere, so we just had to hop the wall, and we found the water seed. And then I'm missing a seed, I think, because that would be 5. Earth seed was Witch's Castle. We found that along with the boy. The wind seed was in the Light Palace. Fire seed was in the treasury. Light seed was on the sea hare tail, and the moon seed was at the light. No, that was 6. That was 6. I must have miscounted. So 6 seeds. I'm thinking, you know what? 6 seeds is the minimum. 6 seeds might be necessary to complete this run. So let's go to Pure Land. If we're lucky, we'll find another seed in the Pure Land, and that'll just increase our chances of, you know, finishing the seed. But we didn't find any seeds, unfortunately, but we only needed 6 to complete the run anyway, so it didn't matter in the long run. But I feel as though if you stick to early game, you're gonna find most of what you need. Now, obviously, we didn't find the dark seed, we didn't find the dryad seed, we don't know where they were, so there is that. I wouldn't be surprised if runners check the water seed out of logic, or get the water seed out of logic in the fire palace. I would not be surprised if runners do that, seeing as they need shade and the boy who had our sprite magic. Now, we also got a hint saying that the sprite was late game, but the sprite, I didn't chase that because there was no guarantee that the sprite would have sprite magic on him. Could have had, girl magic, and the sprite could have been the boy as well. So I felt as though that was a non-factor. There's no reason to chase after the sprite, especially after finding the boy with sprite magic. So I'm thinking, you know what? Let's not even bother with the sprite. I don't care what he has because you only really need one character with sprite magic anyway. You don't need two. I mean, two sprite magic users kills bosses faster, yeah, but honestly, you really don't need two. One will suffice just fine. Not to mention we had the girl already with Luna and a level 1 glove with strength, so we don't need the sprite for anything. Uh, but yeah, I won't be surprised if folks check Fire Palace and hop the wall and find that water seed out of logic. I won't be surprised. Now, if they don't, they're going to have to find either the dark seed or the dryad seed or shade. Now, we don't know where any of those things are. I imagine finding shade would lead runners to the Fire Palace, especially if they see the orb earlier. So, I mean, who knows? There's probably several ways you can route this seed, honestly. But anywho, 56:52 is our time for this seed of the week, number 209. What else can I say about this seed? I've already mentioned earlier that having an int weapon when you have your magic levels disabled, or faster magic levels disabled, having an int weapon goes a long way because you're going to be rocking lower level spells throughout much, if not all, of the run. And as you saw, we didn't have anything past what, level 2? I think we got Silphoed up to level 2 at one point, and I'm not sure if Dryad hit level 2. Luna hit level 2, but if you have an int weapon, that'll really carry you, not carry you, but that'll really be helpful because you can squeeze as much damage out of those level 0 spells as you can. And of course, that means things die that much faster. We also got we got our hands on the circlet, which is another 5 to intelligence. So the boy was rocking 15 intelligence total on his gear between his circlet and his axe. Yeah, but all in all, not that bad of a seed. It really depends on where the runner is going to find their 6th seed. Like I said, we never found shade, we never found the dark seed, we never found the dryad seed. So unless they're sitting on, complexity 0 checks, maybe other runners will finish in a faster time. I don't know, but we never found those seeds. So it is what it is. Sometimes you just have to check stuff out of logic. And I imagine some runners are going to check that Fire Palace chest out of logic anyway. Because, I mean, you do start with the glove, so there is that. But also keep in mind that the seed is never going to force you to check something out of logic. So, I mean, it's not like the seed is asking you to hop the wall. You never have to hop the wall in order to progress through a seed. You only hop the wall if you choose to. So there is that. Let's see, 56:52. We're gonna go ahead and put in our time here. Let's see where we stand so far. I make sure I put this in right. Because Maribot's a little finicky when it comes to times that are under an hour. All right, let's see where we are here. Ooh, okay. All right, we're in second place so far. So first has a 55.39. So we're not that far off of first, actually. I think we're about, what, 30 seconds behind first place here. A little more than 30 seconds. All right. I ain't mad about that. So I imagine, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to assume that first place did the same thing that I did, but it is possible. They may have checked Fire Palace earlier for that water seed. They may have found shade. They may have, you know, gone through early game a lot quicker than I did. So I don't know. I mean, our times are pretty close. So we are sitting with the 56.52, third with the 103.08, fourth so far with the 105.45. Fifth has a 114.18, which are all very respectable times for this seed, by the way. Very respectable times. Hmm. Forgot to check the free check in Ice Palace halfway through the freebie route. Oh, that's where Luna was. Got the boy and God mode Earth Seed at the same time. Okay. So they did Witch's Castle after finding 5 seeds. Okay. They just probably progressed through faster as well. So, like I said, it is what it is. Um, it's not like we're way behind first place. Like I said, we're only behind by what, 30. Actually, no, we're behind by about a minute. About a minute and 13 seconds behind first place, which is not bad. So it's still pretty close. All right, anywho, 56.52 is our time for this seed of the week, number 209. I will see you guys next time.